Former Ottawa County Administrator John Gibbs is sharing his side of the story after he was terminated by the County Board of Commissioners last night. 13 Your Side's political reporter Josh Albertus spoke one-on-one with Gibbs earlier today.
When the motion passes.
Ottawa County terminating the employment of their embattled and controversial administrator. Now he's responding.
I would like to say it was surprising, but unfortunately it wasn't too surprising. Given the direction things have been going the past few weeks, I kind of felt this was coming.
In their vote, commissioners determined Gibbs, quote, had been dishonest, committed gross misconduct, and/or committed willful malfeasance. It comes just about a week after the board placed Gibbs on administrative leave.
At first, I thought it was related to the stress of the situation, to the lawfare, to the media reports constantly, sharing false narratives. However, concerns became more pronounced in December and in January, and board members began to tell me they thought the administrator had begun to disregard some of their direction.
After placing Gibbs on leave, Board Chair Joe Moss published a letter detailing multiple complaints from county employees, alleging Gibbs did things including making threats to physically harm Joe Moss and County Legal Counsel Jack Jordan, making disparaging comments about female commissioners and commissioners of Protestant faith, and creating a degrading and hostile work environment. Claims Gibbs says are false.
If someone doesn't want to go along with it, they come full guns against them like they did with me and like they've done with others also.
All commissioners voted for the measure except for Commissioner Doug Zylstra. Posting to the social media platform X, Zylstra explained why he did so, saying, quote, while I understand there are a number of serious accusations against Mr. Gibbs, especially the allegation of threat to bodily harm Counsel Jordan and the allegation that he made degrading remarks about some of the female commissioners, I believe we have not given the matter full due process.
I don't want to go to litigation. I don't want to have this kind of conflict. I'd rather have resolved it peacefully, which is what I offered them, but instead they choose to go on the attack. And so I have the right to respond and to seek justice.
Gibbs' tenure that began last year was often marked by controversy, including what some members of the public believe to be lack of transparency.
I didn't necessarily feel it was my place to go and speak to the media in that manner. Typically, county administrators don't really do that.
But the rapid about-face in his public relationship with many commissioners, especially given his claims he noticed problems within months of his hiring, begged a certain question.
If you discovered that in the first few months, why did you stay on? Why did you continue with that message, at least publicly?
Sure, that's a very good question because I wanted to do what's right. I knew that the board didn't really have anyone among the board members who knew a lot about how the government works, about good governance, about policy making, about budget making. So I wanted to try to stick it out so I could provide that for them and really work for the people of the county who I know need that in their leadership.
Barring any potential legal actions or outcomes, the county will now go through the process of finding a new administrator in the coming weeks.
And Josh joins us now. Josh, what does Gibbs say is next?
Well, Gibbs said he may pursue legal action for those claims against him. He described those actions as those claims rather as defamatory. That could signal that this fight over his position and termination may not yet be over. Elena.
Josh, thank you.